Hey guys, I got a really heavy question in my Tumblr account, and I've recorded this video a few times trying to say my response perfectly because it is a heavy topic for sure. So I'm just gonna read it to you, and I'm just gonna give you my flat opinion. I'm gay, and basically all my life I've struggled with life, whether or not God will actually forgive me in the end. I've talked to many Christians about what they thought I should do, but they just keep on telling me that I need to talk to my youth pastor and that they'll help me get through it. Ever since I was young, I asked God to take this away from me. I've cried so many times, believing that there was no hope for me to go to heaven. I don't know what to do. I feel like I would actually have to live my whole life alone to prove to God that I loved Him. Realistically, though, I don't want to spend the rest of my life alone. I just want to know what your thoughts are on the topic. I I don't want you ever to believe you don't know if you're going to heaven. Someone once told me, no one really knows. But I say, on the contrary, I know. If there's, readings from Paul the Apostle in Romans say that all those who call upon the name of the Lord is saved. It doesn't say that if you call on the name of the Lord, you might be saved, or he'll think about it. If you call upon his name, you will be saved. So don't ever think that you don't know. Because I know where I'm going. I'm going to be face to face with my Creator. And I hope that you have the same confidence that I do. I believe that when your Christian friends told you that you need to speak to your youth pastor, I believe that they had the right idea. But let me tell you what I believe. I believe that you need to get a committed group of people that are committed to pray for each other and meet with each other on a weekly basis. So that way you can work with each other through this. My videos should not be a source of relief for anyone, for anything, but rather your church should be your crutch and your support system. Because I can't help you. I can't build a personal relationship with all of you. And even one of you I can't do. I live miles away from all. Most of you guys are American or even out of the North America. I'm in Canada. I'm in Toronto. I can't have a personal relationship with you. I've got my own life to deal with. So I cannot be your source of relief. Your church is there for you. Because, like you said, there are going to be times that you're going to be crying. There's going to be times when you don't know what to do, when you feel like crap. But you need to rely on the church. Rather than some random guy on the internet, you need to rely and trust that the church is there with good intentions, that they love you and that they care for you, and that leaders in the church are praying for the congregation. So I feel for you when you say that you've cried because you just don't know if you're going to heaven. Because believe me, I've been there. I believe that I don't know if I'm going to heaven or not. And that's scary. But believe me when I say that if you call upon the name of the Lord, you will be saved. You will be. God's sacrifice is big enough. There's this new album out by My Children, My Bride. And for the real metalheads, they'll rip on me because it came out like a year ago. But I just got it like maybe 3 months ago. And there's a song called God of Nothing. And in the song it says, we were bathed in blood that was not our own. I believe what they're saying is that we were bathed in the blood of Christ. Because you say that realistically, you feel like you have to live your entire life alone to prove to God that you love Him. You cannot do that. You cannot. And you shouldn't try, because you can't do it. No amount of action that you do, no matter how much time you live alone, won't prove to God that you're good enough or that you love Him. Because no one can do that. I can't do that. Mother Teresa can't do that. No one can do that with their actions alone. The only reason you're going to heaven is because you are calling upon the name of the Lord, because you are putting your faith into His hands, and that you're not letting go. So you were bathed in blood, the blood of the Lamb, and because of that you're going to heaven. So don't do anything out of the idea that you want to prove God something. You know, I apologize from the bottom of my heart for what the church in the past has done to you. People who struggle with homosexuality, instead of being there for you and trying to love you, they've been against you and saying that you are evil and bad. But in reality, no one is good. Christ said that. No one is good, not even one. So please, please accept my apology when I say that I'm sorry for what people have had done to people that have struggled with the same thing that you do. I don't know if you've been persecuted for this, but I hope that you haven't. And if you have, I'm sorry. But I hope that in this time you don't lose faith in your church and that you work with each other to fight through this and that you get a committed group that will pray for you daily. You know, some people struggle with an addiction of pornography. Some people deal with an addiction of drinking alcohol. Some people have an addiction of drugs. This is your addiction, and this is your burden to bear, and this is your race to run. You know, and you need to run this race even if you feel like you've already fallen, and you feel like it's time to give up. You need to get up. So my opinion is that you have been blanketed in grace and in love, and that you need to fight through this with people who are committed to you. That's my opinion. And I hope you get this video. And if you do, I hope that you can update me at least once in a while about where you are and how I can pray for you. Anyways, I hope this has helped, and I hope that you get this video.